Hi, this is Jamel Hamka with Recherche Goldens in Statesville, North Carolina. I'm excited to introduce a handsome, young stud boy. This is Mr. Gray of Rose and Finley's litter. He was born just before Christmas, December 23rd, 2016. So at the time of this video, he is just at 10 weeks of age. His personality is that he's slightly outgoing. He's a 7 out of 10 on the outgoing scale. This entire litter is a very calm, mature litter, but in his litter he's a little bit more outgoing, a little bit more definitely a little bit more energetic. He is a 7 out of 10 on the dependency score. He's definitely dependent. He's very similar to his dad in that area. He loves to be with everybody. He's very friendly. He loves anybody and everybody that shows him attention. He just goes to the nearest person that loves on him. He is the biggest puppy in his litter, the biggest puppy in his litter, and this is a large litter. Finley is around 80, 85 pounds, and Rose is around 70 pounds. So we're going to guess that he's going to be around 80 to 85 pounds. He's not that big right now. He comes from a larger litter, but you base the size of the puppy not based on how big they are right now, but based on the size of the parents and the size of them in comparison to their litter mates. We've learned that we've had puppies from smaller litters be twice this size but grow up to be smaller. So you base the size on the parents and by what size they are compared to their brothers and sisters. And we think he's going to be a very big boy, blocky-headed. I absolutely love the parents. If you scroll down, you'll see pictures of Rose and you'll see pictures of Finley. Click on those pictures and you'll see all the pictures of each of the parents. They are absolutely stunning golden retrievers. Finley is the blockiest headed boy we have ever seen. He is beautiful. He is so sweet. If you sat down on the ground, he would take all of his 80, 85 pounds and try to balance it on your body. He loves everybody. He's very friendly. That's what his personality is like. He is very loving. He's very well behaved. He's not overly energetic. He's not overly calm. He is just a great personality like his daddy. Rose is also beautiful. Both parents have exceptional pedigrees. They have multiple world champions in each of the pedigrees. And in fact, the mother is in the top 4% of golden retrievers with their hip, elbow, eyes, and heart clearances. So this is also a very healthy litter and a very beautiful litter. We're very proud of this litter. He is doing the best in training. He's the most intelligent pup in his litter. We had 3 boys in the litter, and I asked them to pick the best boy of the 3, and they chose Mr. Gray. The trainers did. And so he is doing the best, and he's the best. He's the pick of the litter. Here they are at 10 weeks of age. This is the first time we ever listed him for sale. Now, I encourage you to go and scroll up. You'll see Puppy Training Institute on the tab up top. Click on that page because it'll take you to our Puppy Training Institute page where it goes into detail about exactly what we cover in our Training Institute. We train each of the puppies in 4 core areas. We have outside training, which is training them to walk on a leash, to ride in cars, to go swimming when the weather's warmer. We have house training, which takes the most time. That's getting them to be potty trained, getting them to be crate trained, getting them to go up and down stairs. It's training them not to jump up on furniture, jump up on us, not to chew the wrong things in the house. Then we have socialization training. That's getting them used to loud noises like the television, vacuum cleaners, thunderstorms. We also want them to be used to different people and different places, and so we take them on field trips. And then the last area is obedience training. That's sit, stay, lay, come. By the time he graduates Puppy Academy, which is just a couple weeks, he will have received over 250 hours of professional training, and that, by the way, is March 17th. He will graduate Canine College, which is training until 16 weeks of age, 4 weeks after that, 16 weeks of age, which is April 14th. The third training level is Master's Program. That's training until 20 weeks of age, which is May 12th. And the fourth level is Doggy Doctorate, which is training until 6 months of age, which is June 23rd. Now, if you go to our Puppy Training Institute page, it will actually go through each of the training levels. It will list the goals of what every level, of every puppy level they need to be. And we even have videos of what a typical 12-week-old, 16-week-old, 20-week-old, and 6-month-old graduate looks like after graduating the training program. Now, we do encourage you, if at all possible, to keep your puppy in training to at least 16 weeks of age. There's 3 main reasons. One, they have all of their shots. At 12 weeks of age, You can take him home in a couple weeks, but you have to quarantine him. He will not have his rabies. He will not have his final puppy shot. And so you have to be careful not to take him around your neighborhood, dog parks, anywhere where another dog could have pottied. You have to quarantine him for about 4 weeks. The second and the third main reasons is one, they are double potty trained by the time they are 16 weeks of age. Our goal at 12 weeks of age is for them to hold the restroom for about an hour during the day inside. Well, that jumps from an hour to 2 hours. Also, their crate training goes from around 6 hours to around 8 hours. And that may not seem like a lot, but that basically means at 12 weeks of age, you have to wake up in the middle of the night to potty them. At 16 weeks of age, you don't. And then the last reason is their obedience training. They understand they're being trained around 9 or 10 weeks of age. We don't like to list them too much earlier than this because they don't know that they are being trained until about this age. And so we're going to show off a lot of his obedience training. But from now until 12 weeks of age, his growth will be dramatic. And the growth pattern from 12 weeks to 16 weeks is absolutely drastic. We always say a 12-week-old puppy is around 25% of their training potential. By 16 weeks of age, it goes from 25 to 65%. It's a huge jump in their obedience training because they really understand they're being trained. In those extra 4 weeks, they mature drastically. But again, if you want to take them at 12 weeks of age, that is perfectly okay. We just always encourage you, the more you can afford it, not just financially, but with patience, the better for you and the better for Mr. Gray. Now, I do, again, want to show off some of that training. We have Kim. She's been training him since he was 6 weeks of age, and so I'm going to get behind the camera. Again, he's young. He is easily distracted, so I'm going to try to be quiet while I talk. The first area we work with every puppy is them walking on a leash. Goldens are notorious pullers. They will pull if you don't work on them. And so he's been walking on a leash since he was 6 weeks of age, and we've been working on him walking on the left side. One of the ways that we keep them not pulling is by training them to do what's called an auto sit. Auto sit is when we stop walking, they automatically sit. They don't get a hand signal, they don't get a word, they just automatically sit. The reason why Goldens pull is they lose focus and they lose respect of their owners. The auto sit builds pack structure, lets them know that you're in charge, so it keeps that respect level up. And the second reason is it keeps them focused. If you stop walking, they focus back on you. And so that is a tremendous tool. Everything we do in our training program is for us to transfer the training from us to you. When we first started training, we would have our puppies well trained here. They'd go home and they wouldn't keep their training. It took years for us to learn how to train the puppies in such a way that you can take home the puppy and continue building the training and to transfer the training from us to you. Now we're going to show you his obedience commands of sit. That's a sit command. We train him with hand signals, with word signals, and also the leash. The down is a point to the ground. And so he's doing it. And the stay is the word stay, usually a stop sign. Again, he's young. And stay and come are the two most difficult commands. So our goal at 12 weeks of age, so 2 more weeks, is for them to hold the stay from a distance of 10 feet for a duration of 10 seconds. Now, if he does that right now, that's above average. But you can see he's very impatient. He has a hard time holding it. He's almost like a 3 or 4-year-old in his mental capability, his patience level, and that is typical. This is one of the reasons why we really encourage you to keep them in training until 16 weeks of age, because they go from like a 4-year-old to a 12-year-old at 16 weeks of age. So he didn't break his stay, but he broke his down. So we're going to put him right back into his down command. Now, we don't use any type of negative training, like we don't use shock collars or anything like that. We use the training lead, and we use that training lead to communicate to him. We pop the lead when he does something wrong, and so he knows that was bad, but it doesn't really hurt him per se. Now we're going to show you the place command. We say the word place, and he has to jump up on the cot, and he did that voluntarily. That took a long time, by the way. And now he just has to stay on that cot. He doesn't have to sit. He doesn't have to sit down. He doesn't have to lay down. He just cannot leave that cot until he's released. Now, the reason we do this is because it helps work on that stay and that come command. The second and the biggest reason we do this is to transfer the training from us to you. We will give you the exact link to buy this Cot, and you will want to buy this because he is so used to this. He has one in his room. He also is in training. He's continually used to save place. And so it makes him feel comfortable. It also helps you to transfer the training from us to you. You can take this cot with you, and then he'll stay and come in your home. Also, as he gets older, you can take one of these Kuranda cots to different events outside your home, and you have a way to control your puppy. This has been a tremendous tool for us, and it's really worked for us, and he's doing really good, as you can see. The last area we'll show you is the word kennel. We say the word kennel, and he has to walk in the kennel by himself all the way, and we don't want to drag our puppies in the kennel. Now, they sleep in their kennel, they're fed in their kennel, but we want them to walk voluntarily in their kennel. They also have to stay in there. They can't crawl out, they can't bust out, they can't leave that until they are released. And he wants out, by the way. But he has to stay in there until he's released. And now he was released. So as you can see, he is doing exceptional in his training. He is a very smart dog. This is the pick of the litter, and this is the first time anybody has ever seen the Rose and Finley litter. We have not been advertising the litter. We like to wait until we can actually show you his personality, show you his commands. Now, if you're interested in him, please read through this entire page. Scroll to the bottom of the page. You'll see pictures of him. Right above his pictures are his prices for each training level. And then right below this video is a link that says, click here to fill out puppy application. If you want to reserve him, you have to fill out the puppy application, and we will respond to you within 12 to 24 hours with a yes or a no. If we give you the yes, then we'll give you instructions on placing a deposit to reserve him. Thank you so much for taking time to watch the video, Mr. Gray. Thank you, and God bless. Good job.